Hi, YouTube.
Hello, Wagwan.
Okay, as promised, this is episode 2 of our YouTube channel, ClashNCulture. And we did say that maybe we would talk about how we met.
This is gonna be a good one.
Well, there's 3 versions to the story.
Yeah.
Your version, my version, and the truth.
And the truth.
Yes.
The truth shall set you
But
free.
I feel like my version is very accurate. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine is closer.
No.
No? You don't think so? Alright, so let me hear it then. Or let
Okay.
them hear it.
Okay. Anyhow, so go way back, like way back. Like some of you that are viewing right now may have not even been born. Like that's how back we're gonna
Golly.
go.
Whoa!
Okay, back to 2000.
Before Facebook.
No.
Yes.
Was that before Facebook?
Yes.
You might be right. Oh my god.
Before IG.
Yeah,
before
before
Twitter.
IG. Before, yeah.
Before all of them there.
Yeah.
When it was just me and you.
God, he's so corny.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna bring it back to 2001.
In the year 2001.
He was in high school and I was a sophomore in high school. We didn't go to the same school. He went to Plantation High and I went to McFadder, but that's neither here nor there. But
You wanna come? You should come close. I think you're
how much closer? Do you want me to sit in your lap?
Hey.
That's why we have 4 kids. Okay.
You can't get too much of a good thing. You're great for me.
Thanks.
I think we make a good team.
I'm uncomfortable.
Why? I'm just saying, we make a great team, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like you're looking into my soul the same way that we met that first night.
Alright, you ever look on the people them then?
Just a little
Alright.
bit.
Okay.
See, the way that he's looking at me right now is how he was looking at me the night
not
that we
looking at you.
first met. Well, you were looking at me. You saw, you just cut your eye.
You gonna get to the story or not?
Oh no.
Okay, tell them what happened then.
I can't remember right now.
Alright, you want me to tell my version then? Cause it seemed like you need like a refresher.
Okay, let me
Alright,
go,
go
let
ahead.
me
Go ahead, tell them.
All right. So back in 2001, my cousin Tiffany, she was performing at a talent show at his school. We didn't attend his school, but there was just a talent show. We said, "Hey, we're gonna go and we're gonna go support." And it was it was an A1 crew. It was like 9 of us. So shout outs to A1. Back in the day, that was like our little club. So we went there, and when I walked into the auditorium, I see a handsome young man just standing in the aisles.
This guy?
Maybe, perhaps.
Alright then.
So I went ahead and saw him like looking so deeply into my soul. So I looked back. Yeah.
Steer into the darkness.
Yeah, and I just
Or was
felt
it
his
the light?
like,
It was steer into the light, right?
I don't know, I think back then it was darkness because it was,
Well,
well, I feel like it was a little lustful there. You didn't know me. I didn't know you.
That's why I was trying to get to know you.
Okay.
Alright, right?
But maybe it was darkness, but now we've come into the light. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
So we went ahead, my whole crew, we found a seat like in the center aisle, and we were holding one seat for my cousin Tiffany, who was on stage that was going to perform. And then he was just still hanging out in the aisles. Oh, thank you. And he was just staring at me all night long. And I couldn't
Not
help.
all night, but I looked a few times.
A few
You-
times.
Hold on, first of all, you keep saying he was staring at me like he come like me a stalker or something, like me a stalker. Like you ever seen like those creepy people that look by the whole time like
It's like a lion that was going to attack its prey. That's how he was looking at me.
I can't go.
You can't, huh?
Well, you get
It wasn't
compared
in a creepy way.
if you get
but,
compared to a
like,
lion, I mean, you know, how can you fight that? All right. So it was like Mufasa.
It was like
yeah.
the
Like
slow.
stealth mode.
Exactly.
Like yo,
Yeah.
wow.
So I was like, dang, like, whoa.
She was like a gazelle, you know. No.
So I was just looking back.
Predator.
And our eyes like pretty much met for the majority of the night.
Predator.
Okay. Was I the prey? See?
Definitely the prey.
See? There we go. That's why my version of the story is better. Or more accurate, shall I say.
I may incriminate myself. I'm not going to say anything else. All right, go ahead. Right.
Okay. So we all sat. We were saving one seat for my cousin who was performing. And then all of a sudden, I guess he decided that he wanted to find a seat too. After
I have to sit too. I can't stand the whole time.
You stood pretty much the whole show.
We have to find. Listen, when you're going to a show, you have to find the right seat, so you can see the game, the show, right? So
I think you were just standing so that you could just keep a close eye on me.
Gosh. Anyway, all right, keep going.
Okay. So finally, I guess your legs finally got tired.
Legs got tired.
And then you went ahead and asked if that empty seat in our row was available.
First of all, I wasn't standing the whole time.
You were standing the majority of the
No.
time. See, that's why. Okay.
All right, go on.
Maybe you did sit. See, I wasn't looking that hard at you. You gotta give a little bit of mystery, woman. Right?
All right, go
Just
ahead.
a little mystery.
Okay.
You can't let them know that you're kind of like into them.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Incognito. All right.
So, yeah, well, I thought he was standing the majority of the time. Maybe he says he wasn't. So, that's my train of thought.
You said you were sitting down. I was standing up, and you said that the chair was open.
Yeah, there was one chair open, and then you came up and you asked if the chair was available, but you didn't ask me. You asked Shakira because she actually had the chair closest to her with the bags and whatever we were holding.
True.
And then Shakira said it was taken,
Yeah.
or we're holding the chair.
Yeah.
But I gently nudged her foot.
It was more than a nudge.
Okay, I kicked her foot, and she says, "Oh, the chair has become available.
All
You can
of a
sit
sudden.
here for now."
Hey, it's a miracle what a kick can do. All right. It can make a no become a yes, a maybe, a definitely. Anyway.
Yeah, so she was just like, well, you can sit here for now. And then we went ahead and had him sit down. And I just kind of saw that he looked so familiar. So,
Oh, that's the only reason you didn't talk to me. Because I look so familiar.
well, you did look familiar.
Oh.
Okay. So then we just, I just said, hey, did you go to this middle school? And he's like, no, never went there. But I think after, throughout the years of analyzing our relationship and things like that, we kind of came to an agreement that you saw me before at the mall. But you said that I was too stush. So you never wanted to come up to me because I guess I was around too many friends and I looked like I was
All right. First of all, gentlemen, let me talk to you personally. All right. So it's kind of like rule number one. Already know it. If you really want to talk to a woman, right? You can't go when she's around her girlfriends. That's like rule number one. Cause even if she want to talk to you, when all of her girlfriends are around, she ain't gonna talk to you. So you have to kind of adapt the tactic of the wild, right? Which is divide and conquer, right? So unless you can somehow pull her away from the crowd so you can talk to her directly, then
what's wrong?
just leave it alone.
What happened?
So what's going on with this young lady now? What's the matter?
What's the matter? Oh, this is our daughter, Amelie. This is our baby.
Hi.
Who took the cell phone from you?
Who took your cell phone?
Well, it's not her cell phone. Don't let people think that we gave a 3-year-old a cell phone. Huh?
What happened?
What's the matter?
What happened?
What happened?
Don't cry.
What did Jojo
Don't
do?
cry. It's
Because I know it's you and Jojo.
yeah, always. Yeah. So her and her brother, they're like, yeah, they fight a lot. Yeah.
No, they get along a lot, but
No, they fight a lot.
they also, she's just bossy.
Very bossy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bossy? Okay.
Okay. So keep talking. I think you're not gonna get rid of her.
No,
So.
you were talking about how
No, yes, that's all
you
I'm
guys
saying.
have to divide and
So
conquer.
if you can't isolate, then just leave it alone. Because if you step out into the crowd, you're gonna get stumped on. It's gonna be like a stampede. So just leave it alone. So it's like tactical warfare. If you can't isolate, just leave it alone. So
Well, the same people were there, probably even more so at the show. So what's the difference?
it was kind of different because it was you and
It was
Shakira.
like me, Shakira.
Mm-hmm. But it's
Sandra.
yeah,
That's a bunch of us.
but you guys were like side by side. It wasn't like standing up in a group.
Okay.
You know, and you guys weren't all talking at the same time. So
Okay.
yeah,
I got you.
that's the difference.
Okay. And yeah, so Shakira actually ended up swapping seats with Jason so that we can, I guess, discuss things further. You're really gonna embarrass yourself like that on YouTube by singing?
Hey. Alright, we don't know about that one. Alright, yeah.
Okay, so after that, gosh, it's so long ago. It's long ago. It's kind of like a distant memory.
Really?
Just kidding. So what was funny is that we started talking, and then the show was over. So I guess he was interested in talking to me further. So he had a gum wrapper, and I had a gel pen. So he's like, well, can you give me your number? And I was like, I don't have a pen, like a real pen. Because back then it was those like, metallic-y looking like pens. And I ended up writing my name and my number on the gum wrapper. And I was just like, this guy's never going to be able to make out what I wrote to him because first off, you like fold the paper wrong and it smudges. And funny enough, 2 days later, he actually ended up calling me.
You know that rule. You have to stick by certain protocols. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I was actually quite surprised. And then he'll share his version.
All right. So let me tell you what really, really happened. All right. So it was a Friday night, right? So they had like a huge talent show. So, boom, we went to the talent show. So while I'm there at the talent show, no, actually I went there, it was me and my cousin, right, Kadisha. And, I went there with the girl that I was talking to actually had the same name as my cousin. And she went there with the girl and with a guy, and his name was Jason. So it was like two Kadishas, two Jasons. Anyway, so
shady.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's a little shady. But anyway, so I went in there, just walking around. Back in high school, you're kind of popular, you know everybody, whatever. So I was just walking around, saying hi to everybody, just walking around and, saying hi to all my homeboys and friends and whatever, walking around. So anyway, so I just so happened to see this lady, young doe, Giselle. Right? Just
like
sitting
I'm
down
in
with
like
her
the
friend.
Lion King.
Yeah. So she was sitting down. I was like, wow, like I really, really want to get to sit beside her. So because of that, like where me and my other friends that we came with, they were like saving me a seat, like, hey, you gonna come sit with us? So I kind of waited purposely till all the seat in their aisle kind of got filled, so that way I can be like, sorry guys, I guess I have to sit by myself because all your seats are all filled. So anyway. So I was sitting by myself, like about 2 rows or so behind her. So it's the thing is, she kept what she didn't say, she kept looking back, like keep looking backwards.
Because I felt eyes on me.
No, I mean, all right. So I'm sitting behind you. Of course, I'm looking forward.
No, but like when you like can feel that somebody's energy is like looking, piercing through.
Well, what happened is that the energy have to pass your seat and go forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like I felt like something was looking at me.
So anyway, so yeah. So, I was like, okay, wow. She kind of coming at the radar, I see her and everything. I'm like, yo, who that? And she was obviously she still is, but she was very, very beautiful and long black hair and her everything was just on point. I'm like, yo, who that? Like I want to talk to her like bad. I really, really want to talk to her, right? So I was like, how can I get to sit beside her? Because like her aisle, the entire aisle was like full. But there was another seat beside her friend that was empty. So I was like, okay, that's my opportunity. So I didn't ask her, I asked her friend. I said, is the seat full? And her friend said, yes, yes. I was like, oh, snap. And then I only heard her friend say, ow!
No, you didn't hear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you
yeah.
hear it and say ow?
Yeah, I thought I heard.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
In
I
your
heard,
mind, no.
Yeah. Anyway, so she kicked her friend, right? Anyway. So her friend was like, oh, yeah, no, it's free. So I was like, okay, boom. I just jumped over and I sat in the chair. So, like, then she started giving me, like, the side eye, I started looking on from sideways. So, when she started looking on me now, I'm like, yeah, okay. So that's when you know, okay, she's interested because she keep looking at me as well, too. So then she looked at me finally and she said, excuse me, did you go to such and such middle school? So, you have to kind of play it off, because you can't just give... you can't just give the answer, the answer was a no, so I can't just say no. You have to kind of like do whatever you can to kind of prolong the conversation. So I was like, did I go to that school? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Like, you should know what school you went to.
Yeah.
That was like a lame.
Yeah, it kind of was, but and it was enough to get her attention, right? So, I'm sorry, what are you trying to press?
She's trying to stop our video.
No, you can't stop the video. Alright? Anyway. So then, her friend went to the bathroom. So I came and I sat beside her directly. Kind of like this.
She never went to the bathroom.
Yeah, she did.
No, we just switched seats.
Oh, she switched seats. That's why Yeah, you're right. She didn't go to the bathroom. Yeah, we did switch seats. You're right.
Yeah.
So then we're sitting side by side like this.
Yes. Side by side. No, but I was on this side. I was to your left.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
were to
you're
my
right.
right.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was something kind of like this though.
Something.
And then she started put her hand on my shoulder.
No, that's lies.
See, you see who's leaning? Look at the lean. You see? Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Because
She
I
was
have a
leaning on me.
toddler on me right now.
Yeah, so that's kind of like how it went from there, and I started talking to her. Obviously, I was really interested in her, and I got her number that night and everything. I guess the point of it all really is that when you really look back at it, is like in life, there are always turns, there's always intersections, there are always moments in time where there can be missed opportunity or there can be opportunity, right? So you can be in the same place but at the wrong time and you miss something, right? And then sometimes you can be at the right place at the right time, and one decision, right, literally can completely shift the destiny or the course of your entire life. Fortunately for us, it was for the good, but for a lot of people, it could be for the bad, right? It just so happened that we met in high school, and
I was 15.
wow,
Crazy.
she was a minor. Gosh.
You were a minor too.
Yeah, I was a minor.
Yeah, you were 17.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
crazy.
but I guess what I was trying to say is kind of like you can meet somebody, and that can literally shift the course of your entire life, because who would have known 19 years later would have been married, right?
4 kids.
With 4 children, right?
And a puppy.
And living life and creating memories and creating just life, and
we created a lot of life from it.
and all the things that we want to accomplish, and our dreams and our ambitions, and just the life that we have molded together.
Yeah.
Where you take 2 different people from 2 different cultures, 2 different worlds, and somehow try to blend those 2 to make it one. And I think that's really, the beauty in it for me is that you have 2 different people that, in spite of all the circumstances and the challenges that we've been through, because we had a lot of challenges,
You don't even
right? A lot of hurdles, a lot of hills and valleys that we had to overcome, but
We're still overcoming.
we're still overcoming things, right? But at the end of the day, I wanted to be with her, and I love her, and I still do love her very much. That, last week we celebrated 11 years of marriage. Like for me, I would have never even thought that was even possible, right? Especially from my upbringing and my background. But yeah, here we are. 11 years, been married for 11 years, been together for 19 years.
God, that's so
Right?
long.
Which is crazy because we're not exactly old, as you guys probably can tell, right? But I just find all that to be crazy. And I guess what I really want to share is that we have our life, and we want to share it with the world, and we want to share it with anyone to let you know that it is possible to meet somebody at a young age, despite what society might say.
Yep.
And if you are committed to that person, if you want to make a life and a lifelong commitment with that person, then it's very possible. I believe very much in marriage.
Yes.
I believe in covenant. I believe in commitment. I believe that when you first meet somebody, we spoke a lot, and it was that puppy love, that
Puppy love or lust?
whatever you want, same thing. Where you meet somebody and it's all about the feelings and the butterflies and all those things, but
When
there
those
comes a
fade
time
away.
when those fade away. What is it that sustains, right? So we realize, and I've learned, that love is more than just, it's not a feeling. It is expressed or manifested through feelings, but ultimately it's a decision, it's a choice.
What's funny is that people are like, oh, I fell out of love with someone, or like, no, you didn't fall out of love with someone. You made a decision not to love them anymore.
Exactly. And so ultimately,
The same way you made a decision to love them.
Yeah, exactly. And I choose to love her.
And I choose to love him.
All right. On that note, I
think that's it for
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah,
We don't want to
absolutely.
make it too long.
Yeah.
But maybe in the next video you'll meet the other 4 kids. We didn't get to really bring the other 3 kids and the dog.
Well, I guess a dog meant to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
4.5.
Yeah, but we just want to continue to share with you guys, and hope you guys have a wonderful start to your week, and peace out.
Bye bye.